Hello, and welcome to Bitches with Beards. And on today's episode, I asked a question: how is your butt looking so good? Do you have like good genes or something?
And hi!
We're the podcast that attempts to break down culture with all the elegance of two coastal grandmas.
But in truth, we're just a couple of bitches with beards.
I'm Max.
And I'm Daniel.
And we're live from the Dan Keating Podcast Studio in Haberdashery.
And we both have opinions, so let's get this party started.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, how dignified we are today.
Clink, clink, clink.
I know, I'm here with a throat coat tea.
I almost spit up all over myself with that one.
It's going downstairs. It's borrowed it from when the Hubs had his gigs, and I've been caffeinated all day.
Why have you been so caffeinated?
Drinking. Just had a lot of tea today.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm trying to also keep, like, my wonderful co-host presented me with a posh wank of a lovely Reese's cup, and I'm really trying to hold back on the candy at the moment because even though I can't afford to eat candy, I did feel after my box of Reese's on Tuesday. But I will enjoy that. I'm doing some writing after this, so I'm going to do an hour and have a nibble and a cup of tea then.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But I'm trying to avoid way too much candy.
I get it.
Well, anyway, Daniel, today we'll get it out the way first. Sadly, we are recording on the year of Pod F Dog passing.
Yes. So
she's sorely missed. Hubs has been a bit glum today.
Sorry.
But yes, I nearly bought you a bunch of croissants as a joke, but
that would be funny and hilarious, minus the fact I'm leaving tomorrow for a trip.
Yes, I do hate nothing worse than being given food just before. But no, I got lost in a couple of projects for various friends of ours and Hubs as well, so I never escaped across. Well,
at the very least, you should go get croissants for you and the Hubs.
I am. I think we're going to go get a little cupcake, and then this bud can enjoy.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yes, so apart from that, Daniel, how have you been?
Well, really, it's been quite the scandal, really. All the front page news was covering it with the work this week.
Yes.
All I'm going to say is Monday, stuff happened. Stuff hit the fan with work, which I'm going to be honest, with my job, it typically makes the front page news like maybe 6 times out of the year, and local news will pick up stuff like here and there. But this one, it was just like, oh, it's coming. It came, and we're like, oh god.
Yeah, you messaged me to say Monday'd, and then all you messaged back was it's coming, and
I said there's a news release in 15 minutes, and you're like, what? And
but he didn't do it in a way that was vague booking or anything. It was sort of like, when you know, you'll know. And
right.
I think eventually it actually didn't. I didn't see anything until the next day, and I buzzed you and went, "Is this it?" And you went, "Bingo."
Yep.
I won nothing.
You won absolutely nothing, but you were onto it. The thing is, some news sources were
like the subjects. They won nothing.
Right. Absolutely nothing. Got a participation trophy.
Barely that.
Yeah.
That's all we'll say, because it's going to get dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we won't say any more after that. But it sort of dominated the week, which it happens. I mean, it's part of having this job, but it was just like more of my week than I planned on.
Are you okay for tomorrow? Because Daniel we're doing a Thursday, but it's actually working out in both favours.
Yeah.
So Hubs and I were meant to be in Rehoboth this weekend, and that then Hubs had a late job tomorrow. Yeah, found a date being cancelled. By his point, no plans have been made. But anyway, that's not the story. But we are going on Thursday. Daniel was fucking off to New York.
I am.
To see the Masquerade.
Yes, I am. On Saturday.
So very excited, very jealous. So we're doing Thursday record, which means I can actually get the editing of this out the way and have a last weekend of freedom.
Yes, and you could still go somewhere.
We're thinking of doing the beach with Buggle on Saturday. We just got to find a bar that lets dogs in.
Okay, so you're doing something this week.
No, we were.
I mean, it's not Rehoboth, but I'm
kind of conflicted because I said by the time this comes out, I would have started a new position. We'll go into details when it becomes slightly more concrete. Well, it is concrete, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But you always want to do something big before you do it. And other times you're like, but I also don't want to get home at like 10 o'clock on Sunday evening.
Yeah, no, I get that.
So
Because you want to be refreshed for Monday.
So I'm persuading the husband to either let me watch episode 1 with KFC. It's a weird thing. I spent a whole summer watching Star Wars episode 1 in the cinema, eating KFC to get all the toys, or American Graffiti, both of which I associate heavily with the Thumber, which is rapidly disappearing.
Yes, that was the group conversation today in the group chat.
But it should be nice for you in New York this weekend. It should be a nice temperature.
I think it's going to be about like what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to be warm, a bit sweaty, but not oppressive.
I mean, I'm going to be wearing shorts the entire time except for the event where I have to dress up. So,
but it'd be nice for you to, because it's nothing worse than you can't really rely too much. You've got to be able to walk in New York, and you don't want to turn up. And I know you're not going to, Daniel is not going to the Olive Garden in Times Square.
No,
so he wants to roughly be able to arrive somewhere looking as resplendent as he always should and does.
Semi-resplendent, yeah. I don't want to look like a giant drowned rat.
No, not looking like the dance teacher from Drop Dead Gorgeous.
No, no, I strive not to look like her.
Which will come up later in the episode.
Oh, she will indeed. Yeah, it should be nice in New York. I will report all about it next week, so we get to look forward to that.
But apart from that, week behaved itself for you?
Week behaved itself, generally speaking. Did some work on a prompt for a writing fellowship, essentially.
Yes.
That you've reviewed, so
it's very good.
See, I think I'm going to turn it in next week.
It read really well to me. I was very impressed. I knew the project as well, which helped.
Right. But also, it's one of these, I don't know how it's going to stack up to anything else, because you asked me, you're like, how does this read compared to other entries? And I'm like, I have no clue.
It's such an exciting project. And this is not meant in an offensive way, but it's not an offensive project. It's not like, hey, I'm going to come here and, research into... Confederate soldiers who were slightly more, lenient towards, their people. It's nothing like, wow. It's just such, and it's non-partisan. It's just a really nice. I read it. It's a really nice project, but I don't.
Well, the thing is, I don't know either. Like, I was telling you, I'm like, I think we're stabbing in the dark. Like, if it reads well, that's all I can hope for right now.
I find it. Yeah, it's like, I just imagine. I said there was a film out years back called Tamara Drew, and it doesn't really make waves. But I loved it because it's very British and it's a really good little one. And in it, there's a Roger Allam, who's a British actor, runs a writing workshop. He's a history writer, and his wife is Tamsin Krieg in it. And they run this in their farmhouse, and they all get together and have these salon style dinners with roast chickens and very British. And I can see you at one of those, and wine are flowing, and everyone's just chatting and discussing and ideas.
I could see me at one of those too, but I want to try this one first, which is 2 weeks of not really solitude, but it's 2 weeks away that can be devoted just for writing. I'm going to try that and then do something creative like that.
Oh, I'd love to.
I know. You should do it too.
I should. I was kicked this week. A guy that I contacted about a job. We've been talking about some work, and I said, I want to get on with a project, and he said, you need to finish your right. I said I was going to write a book, and he goes, write this damn book. And he didn't even know anything about it. So that's been my focus. I was meant to be doing afternoons today, never really happened. But last week, it's just a lot of consolidating of notes and structuring because the book has changed forms.
I think it's fine it's changed forms.
But and I've got to do a timeline because it spans the history spans probably close to 100 years at this point.
Jesus.
Because it goes way back, and it's got to get the dates
clearly
just right. It's not like 100 years of history, but I've got to get all the dates just right for this bit if it's going to work.
Yeah, because you care. You want it to, you want it right.
I do.
So because you care.
Yes. Well, apart from that, yeah, we had a nice weekend. We went to see lovely Frida for her birthday. Took the bug, and he obviously charmed everyone. Did a couple of brunches and some lunches.
Yes.
But overall, and then we'll talk about what we got up to on Sunday later.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we both seem to be forgetting this happened.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, we we actually did something on
but
Sunday.
No, it was a nice weekend. Yeah, and it was. We don't like do too much. We're trying to not have it all geared around, like eating and that. But we did go out. Our friend is leaving for Hawaii. We met him in Uproar on, which I know blast from the past there.
I know.
Even ran into a couple of people like, oh, I haven't seen you for a long time.
Yeah.
I have to say this now, you won't even know the person, but it was just like another couple we were friends with, and then we kind of all went our separate ways. Hadn't seen him for a while, and he's spoken to us occasionally on Instagram, and he turns up, and then he's there, and he's like, hi, comes over, had a quick chat, then goes back to his little group of friends, and me and the hub just look at each other and go, oh my God, he got Sweeney. Like, could not quite believe how much Koolaid had been drunk.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, and he just went in the uniform and
so tank top, short
and then
shorts.
they were doing a musical night, and then like, and this guy was trying to get me to sing, this other guy, and I was like, eventually I did break into a bit of Suddenly Seymour, but then Mamma Mia comes on, I know, and
shocker,
and they start doing Dancing Queen, and then we turn that little group of like doing all the dancing, and the hub's is like, oh my God, like, oh God, a bit of coordination there. I'm like, yeah, it's on fucking screen.
Yeah.
You know, if choreography designed for Midwestern housewives, I mean, it's not hard for a couple of twinks, you know. Anyway, won't get too bitchy there, but hey, fucking too late, already did it. Not as if I can edit this thing out. This week's been really cool. I just went out. I said I'm wrapping up some projects, like the job hunt, getting it all a bit neater. I messaged you, I was very proud of myself. I did like do a bit of work on a portfolio, and I was like, it's done.
And I said, good for you.
Yeah.
That was phase 1. And you're like, but I still want to do da-da-da. And I said, no, that's phase 2. You're not in phase 2.
Just to get it neat. What happens, I turned the colour scheme on it, and it meant certain colours were lost, and I had to go and redo it. So I was really proud of myself.
Which makes sense.
And then yesterday went for a wander around the art galleries just to get my equilibrium back, because I do like an art gallery.
And I feel like you haven't done that in a bit.
No, it's been a hot second.
Yeah.
I think it was last time I ended up at that exhibition about American photography.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But no, I do need to, like, especially I think at the moment going into probably more of a flexible schedule situation is taking like once a month is just wandering down. And I'll explain.
And actually do it during the week.
Yeah. But especially with some of the artworks, which I'll explain a bit later. But no, apart from that, that has been actually just, I think for both, I've used stressful, but I think we're kind of ready for, I think we've earned our weekends in a way.
We have earned our weekends, and I'm about to go into a 3-week stretch where I'm having to do a lot more responsibilities at work. So, rest and then go into it.
Well, I think then you need a drink, Daniel.
I do need a drink.
So, should we take a wander around Ina's Garden?
We should take a wander around Ina's Garden. We're having, I want to say a tried and true that we've had before. We're having the Sierra Nevada Hop Splash, 0 alcohol calories. It just hits the spot. It just does. It's sort of everything I want it to be. Yeah,
it hits it. I love it's Sierra Nevada, family owned, operated, and argued over.
Yeah.
Very appropriate.
Very appropriate. It's just, it works for a summer day. I feel like it would work during the winter too. Like, it's, if you like sparkling water like I do.
Water, hops, and carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
No, it works. I should really get some more of these in.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah.
Delicious.
Refreshing.
Well, what's been not quite as delicious this week is the news.
Yes, this is the portion of the podcast where we talk about things that are gay adjacent, or just a little bit camp.
Right, I'm going to shoot through some of these because I end up with quite a lot, but I tried to kind of cut it down. So first news, oh my God, Daniel, I like Star Wars. Star Wars A New Hope is turning 50 in 2020. 27. So it's going to get a theatrical re-release. This is not a surprise really, but people are waiting with bated breath to see which version they're going to release. The BFI recently did the original version, which was Star Wars, which was cruel, but that was to show, that was a display of, they had the original in their archives, and it had been preserved in a way that they didn't need any maintenance on it, and Lucasfilm had been happy for them to show that one as part of that style. But I do feel we're going to be seeing the Disney Plus version, which, you know, anyway,
you're still gonna go watch it.
Still gonna go watch it. Star Wars Starfighter is reportedly getting Matt Smith of Doctor Who fame as the villain, and I do believe the other villain is also going to be Mia Goth. So very excited about it. It's set 5 years after Rise of Skywalker. Loving that. Talking of reboots and sequels, the Christmas classic comedy The Holiday is getting a reboot. Obviously, the 20th century 2006 film, which starred Jack Black, Cameron Diaz, Jude Law, and Kate Winslet, is set to get a limited release TV series on Apple TV, reported Variety. But none of the original cast are expected to return. The project will focus on new characters, and writer-director Nancy Meyers is also not going to be involved in it.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing...
I can see it as a limited release miniseries. I can.
Yeah, I think the concept still stands up. I
think you can have a little bit more tension, like the build up in the relationship.
Yeah, I do. I want them to kind of... The biggest issue, you know, I fucking love The Holiday, and it was Nancy Meyers' attempt to love. Actually, we both love it.
Yes.
I want them to kind of... I would love there to be a bit... where if she does the Cameron Diaz bit, I'm just going to leave. This is not working. And then for Jude Law to go, but who's going to look after the dog?
Yeah. Right? The major plot hole.
So no one can remember, there's a bit where Cameron Diaz has the crisis of confidence. She's not sure it's working for her, even though I really don't get...
She had literally just landed that day.
And there's Kate Winslet's dog.
Yeah.
And no one mentions the fact she doesn't even message Kate. It's just a really annoying plot hole.
It's a very selfish plot hole.
And I can't quite and I get why they did it. I'm not sure what's going on. And they have her getting to the airport, and I think they could have kind of played it out like as she's packing in the house.
Yes.
And maybe as she's packing, she can see the beautiful scenery or something. But no, she's literally getting on the airport. She has not told the host that she's on her way home, and by the way, the host needs to get on a plane quickly because someone needs to feed the dog. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do like, because they tried. Did you ever see the 4 Weddings and a Funeral they did a few years back? It didn't. It worked and didn't. It was like a Richard Curtis.
Yeah. It was okay.
It was okay. I kind of felt like it was a love letter to Richard Curtis, because they did certain bits from like Notting Hill, like that one shot. I liked what they were maybe trying to do, but at the same time,
you don't sound convincing.
It just lacked. It lacked the beauty. I think Richard Curtis films for this beautiful chaos. It's they're befuddled, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I think it lacked that confidence in its own chaos. And it was obviously written by an American, or like produced by an American. I think Mindy Kaling wrote that one. But I think I like The Holiday is enough to... I'd be curious to see where they go, because the English one is definitely English romance. The American one is, again, as a huge film fan, is very specific. So I'm like, will they go the film route with it? I'm very curious.
We'll see. I mean, we're gonna have to watch and see.
Who is helping of the writing is, what's his face? He worked with Shane Horgan on Catastrophe. Rob, the American, but he's very good.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
But we love him.
Yeah.
Anyway,
on the name.
Quickly moving on, because I was promised I was going to move quickly. Daniel, talking about moving quickly. Do you prefer songs to be longer or shorter?
I prefer them to be longer.
So this is actually taken from BBC Newsround, which is a kids' TV show, our news magazine show. So basically, they are reporting that songs are starting to get longer again.
Yay!
So for comparison, recent hits like Chapel Roan's Pink Pony Club is 4 minutes 18 seconds. Well, she has a shorter track, which is still over 3. So Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso is 2 minutes 55 seconds, and her song Taste is even shorter. So Mark Savage, music reporter for the BBC News, says things like TikTok and Spotify have encouraged artists to make their songs as short and catchy as possible. So people will drop. What's happening is people are dropping the introduction to the song. They would start with a chorus, which Benson Boone does a lot.
Yeah.
The idea was that Spotify and other services like that, you go and you get paid when a song is being played for 30 seconds, so they avoid it being skipped. But what seems to be happening now is that songwriters he's been talking to, there's been a bit of pushback against that, and artists like Chapel Roan, who, by the way, her new song is really good. Considering she's an artist.
Yeah.
She's done it. She's come back with the sophomore whatever, and she's doing
sophomore
great.
album.
Yeah. And she said they have a message they want to convey. And she said it feels like, this reporter said it feels like listeners are responding to that, and that's why we're starting to see more robust songwriting occurring.
Good, because I hate the 2-minute 30-second songs that I have to play twice in order to feel like an actual song, but still be missing something.
Now, this next bit is a little bit complicated.
When is it not?
So have you heard about the Marks and Spencer's scandal?
Yes.
Well, not say scandal. So essentially a mother and her daughter went in to get a bra fitting for the teenage daughter and claimed they were approached by a trans woman working in the bra section, and they were scared, and Marks and Spencer's have issued an apology. I quickly looked over this morning, but there is apparently a lot of gaps in the knowledge of what's occurring.
Yes.
And so Pink News, who when they're being a news source, are excellent.
I should say, when they're news and they're
Yes.
good, and when they're not, they're not.
So they have put together a good list of like what is known and not known, mainly that they still don't have no confirmation, which it is still personal information, that the individual was trans. And no one has also come forward and actually,
Taking
responsibility and said also that there's no evidence this person even offered a bra fitting.
Oh. Can we stop with the made up stories?
So whether or not, though, the individual said, "Can I help?" and then that's where the woman's gone, "Oh my God, they offered a bra fitting," which you can see the logic where she's gone with that, but that's still not appropriate.
Yeah.
So that's basically where they're still trying to work out information, but why Marks and Spencer's has come forward and apologise. Yet J.K. Rowling is now saying we should abolish Marks and Spencer's and ban that. It's very confusing.
Oh my God.
At the end of the day, someone's body is their body.
Right.
If we can't sit here as cis men and say you should take a bra fitting off whoever offers it to you. If someone's not comfortable with someone doing that, then they have full rights. They it doesn't make them good people, but they still have full right to turn around and refuse service. But at the same time, there's been a consistent build up of misinformation, and we should be careful about basically accelerated news cycles and what's actually getting reported.
Yep.
Talking of reporting, Daniel, do you want to go on to your news?
Oh, yes. I will go into my news. All right, so I'm going to piggyback a little bit off of your information about songs. So speaking of a carefully curated song by chance, Taylor Swift, How Does It End sales jumped 6,000% after being featured in the penultimate episode of And Just Like That. It occurred during the breakup scene between Aiden and Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yes, it was the removal of the Virginia postcards.
Yes. Anyways, so 6,000% is how much the song jumped up in sales. The songstress is, if not deliberate with the placement of her songs, and she's very controlling so that it has the best effort whenever they're actually used.
Yeah, I'd also kind of imagine, just knowing her, sorry to jump in.
No, please.
Is that considering how she fangirled out when Hugh Grant thanked her for a good concert, I think considering that Aiden and Carrie are like the second most, that's the second biggest relationship, for her music for them to say, would we like to? Clearly, they reached out and said, we'd like to put your music over this breakup. I would genuinely be. And I don't know if Taylor Swift is a Sex and the City fan, but she looks like a Sex and the City girly.
She would be.
I'd imagine that she probably took a moment and went, I think we can manage that.
I think we'll allow that to happen, yes. All right, congrats are in order for one Miss Alaska Thunderfuck 5000, as she is set to be married to longtime partner Matthew Herman. This occurred at Alaska's grandmother's 90th birthday. Herman is an LA-based producer and I think involved with the podcast that they're on.
They do tend to get their boy. A lot of them end up with real techie boyfriends.
Yes, and I think that was sort of the situation. It's like, oh, you can produce a podcast, and we just happened to end up dating or something like that. There's no word yet if her drag sisters will be bridesmaids or not, but congrats.
Is it William she works a lot with, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
William's one that she works a lot with. And now we have a PSA out for one Miss Baby Bunting.
Love it.
So, Baby Bunting, you might have some more work from Edie Monsoon very shortly, because it has been announced that King Charles is getting into the dog treat business.
Oh, yes.
So visitors to Balmoral can now pick up natural dog treats for their favorite pooches, made from chicken broth, eggs, and flour. They're also selling accessories, and we've heard that they're going to be very big in Japan.
Is it big in Japan?
Is it big in Japan?
That's going to be huge, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. I don't think you can order, but you actually physically have to go to Balmoral and pick it up. Oh, no.
I mean, it's clever on them as well.
Oh, absolutely.
It's that hint of demand, isn't it?
It's the exclusivity
Yeah,
of it.
it's clever.
You can only go there, which means you have to buy a ticket to go there. So, in the sense, it is good for preservation.
Just do it. Just keep doing it.
Just keep doing it. All right. And so we're going to add some fuel to the rumor mills right now. So it is very much rumored that O'Mary is going to be going to the West End with Cole starring in the title role as Mary, because it was confirmed on Instagram, at least.
Nice. That's usually where all the good confirmations occur.
Right. However, there were no details regarding theater or date opening at this time that was in it. It is also a rumor right now that Will and Kate are moving to Fort Belvedere. Must be a very slow week.
Mm-hmm.
And it is also very much a rumor that Emerald Fennell's version of Wuthering Heights has gotten very bad reviews with test audiences. So they are now questioning whether or not it will see the light of day.
Oh, wow. That's bad.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on.
Oh, that's a pity.
Yeah.
Anyway, Daniel, on that note, should we go speak to our test audiences?
We should go speak to our test audiences.
Are you ready for this?
I'm not ready for it. I don't have herpes.
Well, that just hit the record.
Oh, God.
And we're back. And Daniel doesn't have herpes.
I was doing a Cricket Caruth bit.
I have herpes. You know what? Before we go into your week, Daniel, I'm going to say controversial. I want to start a controversial question up and ask something quite controversial. Say it one more time. Controversial.
Uh-huh.
The use of porta potties on the streets.
Oh, God.
Now, last week I tried to use a certain park's loos. One was locked. Again, it seems perpetually locked. The other one I opened, the lock doesn't work, and I opened it onto someone changing, who then screamed at me, then laughed at me, and I just cut my round short and just came home. Uh-huh. So if I see a porta potty and I need it, I've started to use the porta potties because I'm so fucking sick of running about. No public toilets available. If I have to cross the road constantly now in LDC for I was about to try hot water. If I have to keep crossing the road for these fucking construction projects, I'm going to use their fucking toilets occasionally.
I mean, might as well.
Yeah, I used the other day.
Well, just wait. There's going to be some construction coming down our street.
Yeah, I was about to say it's right over here at the Atlantic Plumbing.
And actually at the opposite.
Oh,
yes. Great.
They're redoing the entire roads. They're repaving.
It's coming.
Fantastic. Well, I've just been using the PP up north a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It's not quiet,
Yeah.
but it does what it needs to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably would only have one, but it's or maybe one just if I'm getting that craving.
Keep going with it. You might like. I can drink hot water more than I can drink a non-alcoholic beer. It doesn't give me that headiness to it.
Yeah. It doesn't taste.
I will drink it slower than a soda water, which is why I probably would have it at a party because it's got more of a bite than soda water does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. All right, have fun, boys.
Will do.
All right.
Anyway, Daniel, what's been culture for you this week?
Culture for me this week. So, food of the week was a puttanesca sauce that I made with some lovely, lovely noodles.
What is a puttanesca? Have you explained this one to me before? Explain again for the children at home.
Yes. So, puttanesca sauce, typically you have a briny base. So, it is olives of some sort, olives, capers, tomatoes, and then garlic, onion, and then either anchovies or sardines. So I don't know if you're going to get the hubs to eat it because it's fish-based.
Yes.
But
What do you prefer, anchovy or sardine?
I actually literally just did it with sardines, and it was good.
Nice.
So it's nice and briny.
Yeah.
But, I like briny stuff. So.
Yeah. I think it's something I would probably definitely throw together for myself with 3 days either way to clear the smell.
Yes. Yeah, that's probably the best way of doing it.
Drink. Oh, shit. Hands, I'm back. Sorry, Daniel just got interrupted. Bug, Hub's went upstairs and Bug decided to follow him. Bug is doing really well, but his little back legs are starting to get a little bit concerned, and he can get up the stairs. But I've noticed he hasn't. We have to walk behind him now, just in case.
Well, I was about to say when we were going out with him last, I noticed that his back leg slipped on the landing going downstairs.
Yeah, they're not as strong, and I've noticed they're separating. If he's not on the right, if he can't get the right grip, he struggles. Mm-hmm. So just if he goes near stairs, someone has to walk behind him. Yeah, so he's now, but it's a lovely evening. Actually, the temperature's perfect tonight. Hubs is taking a meeting outside, so the Bug will no doubt keep everyone charmed. Yeah. Daniel, so sorry.
No, you're fine. All right, drink of the week. I had a lovely turmeric and ginger tea at the Royal, which is near where I at, literally a block away from my house.
Nice. Oh, I love the Royal.
Yeah, so I went there Sunday and had that. It was wonderful and fantastic. Songs of the week. I found a cover version of "Guilty as Sin" by Taylor Swift.
Yes,
but sung by Mel.
Nice.
With the lyrics stating the same. It has hurt me so good. I love it so much. Also, speaking of Taylor Swift, How Does It End? I had to get on that bandwagon and stream it as well. Elderberry Wine by the band Wednesday was a big play this week. Also, Deadbeat Club by the B-52s. It's having a little bit of retro in me. Let's see. Podcast. Now, I know we've had this argument that it is not spooky season yet, but if you would like a spooky season podcast to start listening to, I highly recommend a new one called Ghost in the Mountains. It's looking at different folklore in North Carolina and really delving into the stories behind the legends. I think it's really well done. Now,
I would temperature has dropped.
Mm-hmm.
I've already declared that we are, because of the situation, we are still stretching summer from August to September to when my parents arrive, and then we're going to go into spooky season for October, which will also be pre-Christmas because of the card sign, but that is it. So we're still in summer, but I fully accept people now are spooky season stretching.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So if you're wanting to get into that and you're comfortable with it, do it, but I would say Labor Day before Dex at a minimum.
Well, yeah. So I'm going to say this. I do not say put up your decorations yet by any means. And I'm not even saying drink your pumpkin spice or anything like that. I'm saying if you want to start listening to your ghost stories and your paranormal stuff, I think you can do that. Get in the mindset.
And interestingly, because of Cornwall, I'm going to vacation down there, I actually do associate ghost stories with summer.
Mm-hmm. No, I get that.
Anyway, yeah, carry on.
Oh, all right. So I read some this week.
Yay.
I didn't finish my book by any stretch of the imagination, but I did do a good chunk of 50 pages.
That's a lot. That's
good. So Making the British Landscape, I put a 50-page dent into that one. And it's coming together slowly.
Nice.
Anyways, how about you? What was culture for you this week?
I did also do a bit of reading. Hubs has been really tired. He's been working long hours and actually got a couple of nights of reading and some stuff. And it's lovely. Yes, I mean, a very good book about my hometown of Croydon, which I highly recommend. I will it's definitely, you will find it fascinating.
Okay.
Yeah, I would actually recommend.
Okay.
Just definitely you're on. Yeah, a bit about London. Right, so food. I did Pamela Anderson's Buddha bowls. They are just sesame tofu. I don't coat in sesame because it's fucking expensive, but they're really good. That with some potatoes, some rice, some broccoli. But she does it with almond paste, but I do it with peanut butter and just tahini and just do like a nice sauce. I really like it. I'm not sure how much the Hubs loves it, but it definitely leaves me feeling full.
That's good.
And I'd like it. That's from the book that Daniel got me. Also, we did another baked feta pasta, which is great. So you put it all in a pot. I did it in a Dutch oven this time. I didn't do the full big punnett of tomatoes. I did a half because the Hub's got a bit of agita last time with it. I did that with some red bell peppers, and it came out just as I think nice. But I also, which she doesn't ask you to do. Now, Matt and Aldo called it this name, the tears of the pasta. But I did send it, thickened it out nicely, so I'm going to do that again tonight.
Very nice.
With some vegetarian meatballs.
Good.
Music. Listened to a lot of Band of Horses this week. It's just an indie band. Christine and the Queens. Have you been hearing them?
No.
Tilted. And there's a version called Christine, which is the French version because they are French. They are excellent, so I'll put them on after. They've kind of crept up a bit like Chaperone crept up last year, so excited for that. Podcasts. I actually, based on something you mentioned today, just now, Trixie and Katya have an excellent podcast, which I do love. I think they, through summer season, they're re-watching their season of Drag Race. Highly recommend listening to it.
Yeah.
Have you been listening to that one? Or
So I've been listening to this one like on and off, like whenever I need like a filler episode to like listen to here and there, and it's rather good.
Yeah,
So,
this
like,
one's been
reflecting.
It's not a recap. It's just very. And it's interesting because they are obviously discussing queens that they've since got to know. And I think it's Max is this season that they're saying, oh my God, would have won. You know, they said they're pinpointing the seasons that queens would have actually succeeded at, which I think is interesting. They're bitchy cunts and I fucking adore them. But they generally, it's very fascinating how they're going about this. Also, we need to mention definitely Men Who Like Movies.
Yes.
We were on their Sharon and Clayton this Sunday. We spent 2 hours discussing Drop Dead Gorgeous, 2 hours plus. It was a hoot and a holler.
It was so much fun. I would do another podcast with them.
Yeah, the only issue was I generally think we could have done 3 episodes just on Drop Dead Gorgeous alone.
We could have.
But it was so much fun. They were really good guys. So it also brings me on to movies. Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Yes.
We did find it on a streaming service. We asked Siri, and we found it on a streaming service. It highly adverted, so it added about half an hour to it.
And like we said, it was the worst placement of those advertisements that you could have.
It was literally halfway through a line.
It would be halfway through the line, and then you'd come back and be like, oh yeah, I forgot. So many commercials, I forgot what the line was.
I would definitely say if you haven't itched a scratch and want to watch it, it's a great. I can't remember the service actually. It's good. I don't know if you sign up or you pay for it, you can eliminate some of that. I'm not sure how that works. Don't show anyone for the first time this movie with this. The adverts are too long and too disruptive. You need to give it a consolidated hour and a half. But I think the agreement we came to the end of it was it was a near perfect comedy. It's completely underrated.
Yes. It's a cult classic.
It's perfect. It's actually just so good. Other movie was Naked Gun. Sorry, this is the...
Tell me all about it.
It's brilliant. It's just, as I was chatting to you earlier about it, it's just excellent. Liam Neeson's so deadpan in it. He's got a bit of an Irish charm to him, but no,
he has that anyways.
Huge fan of the Zucker brothers. All their stuff, was really kind of go-to on the BBC during the Christmas period. That Aeroplane, all of these. I've seen all of Police Squad, which is the original TV series, then all Naked Guns. So when they said they were remaking it, I think we were all a little bit like, and even the trailer for the first one was a bit like, I don't really. It's brilliant. When it started getting good reviews, people like and even the online buzz is just it's so fucking stupid. The lines are stupid. They really are. It literally is stupid. You stupid. But it was brilliant. Everyone in the audience was fucking laughing. The girl next to me there was a guy behind me, I think, had a heart attack at one point. Just go in, buy some popcorn, buy some candy, which I did, and just sit.
Buy some Reese's Pieces.
Cold, tasty texture. But no, really was like, I was really pleasantly surprised, and it just was clearly written by a couple of people that had basically sat there and loved the original and weren't trying to remake it. They weren't trying to modernize it. There's a line about Pamela Anderson's looks. Who is she? You know, I love her. Mm-hmm. There's a line about her butt in it, which I cannot tell you, because you have to go in and be like, and it just is like, it's somehow offensive yet charming at the same time. And some of that they kept in that, what maybe now seen as not PC, but no, they kept it in. I think because they made the tone work. It wasn't aggressive. It was just mank. Anyway. On top of that, we're going to television. We started finding the final season of Derry Girl. It's been sitting for us for a while, but
wait, how is it that I have finished a television show before you?
I think we didn't want to kind of rush it, and then we were like, we have got to watch it. We finally got to the end of everything. Survival of the Fittest is Michelle Below. I can never pronounce her last name. Fucking hilarious. I love her. And also, we did start the first episode of Wednesday last night. Yes, they didn't, and it's excellent. They really jump. The new season is really good. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. And they do a catch up, which is very light. And actually, I've noticed that this time, like, a couple of characters appeared, and how they kind of feed in who they are. Really well, just really clever, not cleverly written, but like how they write. Like this sheriff appears, and I forgot who they were, and the first couple of lines introduced them. Like, and Wednesday's got such a piercing way of talking to people that actually exposition, because she has a way of breaking people by calling, like, the way she reads people to break them down works for exposition, because she brings up their worst things to kind of break them, but actually it's like, oh, that's, maybe that is now
triggered. Got it. I
now have a new section for me. Exhibitions of the week. I'm going to highly recommend Star Power, the photographs from Hollywood's golden age at the Portrait Gallery. It's half a corridor long. It is, I should have written down his name.
It's on the second floor.
Yeah. It's on the ground floor.
It's ground floor one. Okay.
And it's the entrance closest to the mall.
Okay.
Yeah. It's on the southern entrance. It's a photographer who worked for MGM during the 30s, late 20s, 30s, and then he did a lot more work post that, but he went between the studios and got all their shots. It's lovely. There's probably about, I'd say, 30 max. Just go read the descriptions and then look at the person. They describe the person, and then you're trying to see it within. It's really nice. I love gold. You don't need to hear from me. I love golden age Hollywood.
Who doesn't?
I'm going to say I went to the art gallery, the Museum of Art. Their staff need to shut up.
Yeah.
They talk a lot, really loudly.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's blunt, and people don't like that. But it's just so jarring compared to England, where everyone has to be really quiet, and just there was huge loud conversations occurring at a level that it just was like, it was just really too loud.
Yeah, American docents just need to get better.
Yeah. So I found some work that I really like, and we're going to probably try and get some prints done for the house. So Jason Morford, William Turner. I like Mortlake Terrace. That was absolutely beautiful. John Crane, Moonlight Over on the Yarn was lovely. White Horse by John Constable. I think it's my favourite John Constable.
Yeah.
And also William Trent Richards, October will probably be my first American to go up on the wall, but a beautiful fall scene. But it was called Autumn.
Oh, the ones that you sent me.
Yeah.
Good choices with that.
Yeah, but there were some lovely ones. So I'm going to get some printed up on. We do the tacky canvas print, and I'll add to that wall of that. Anyway, Daniel. Shall we move on to culture?
Yes, this is the portion of the podcast where we check the feeds, check the temperature, and we ask, what is gay culture?
So I'm going to do the yucky bit, then we can have a chat, okay? Because I know you don't really want to talk about the yucky bit.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about a former Superman who's now going to join ICE. That's the only job you can get. Who's that?
Oh.
So basically, Sydney Sweeney, who I actually quite like, recently did an advert for American Eagle jeans, which discusses her physical appearance and just ends with Sydney Sweeney has good genes, spelled Jeans. Obviously, it's implied to be genes, Genes.
Right.
There has been huge criticism that it has eugenic undertones, which it kind of does.
Yes.
Anyway, it got a little bit heated.
It got a lot
heated until eventually it emerged that she is registered Republican, which she registered in 2024. And at this point, the Orange Goblin has stepped forward and said he's proud of the campaign, even though it's not his work, obviously, and that he is proud of. He likes Sydney Sweeney.
God.
She's really yet to comment. Now, it's.
But here, I'm going to say this. I think this might be a moment where actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
So I feel like she might have made her bed. I don't know.
It's just very. Everyone has a right to vote how they want to. This is something, an argument we've had with my mother-in-law a long time. But also, everyone is entitled to the results, and unfortunately, and people shouldn't. They should be able to vote how they want to, but there's consequences to that, and it should be private. Well, if she wants to be Republican, she can be Republican, but I'm going to say it does kind of, but considering how far right that most Republicans have got at the moment, it doesn't say, I'm not going to sit there and watch her in cute florals having a meet cute with someone in a light-hearted rom-com and know that she voted against the rights of women in terms of reproduction.
Yeah. Or whenever I think about the storylines that she was in on Euphoria, and I'm like, how many of your castmates are you now essentially giving them the middle finger to?
It's Hunter Schafer's Euphoria. Yeah. So it's very... I said you are entitled to vote. That is what America is about. You can vote for the hell you like. It's just... And honestly, it's... This whole registering, it's very interesting. So in England, you have to, we have to register with parties. That's how you vote in the elections for leadership, and then leaders become the prime minister. So that's another convoluted piece of shit as it is. At the end of the day, like in 2024, I'm sorry, but the election was going... I mean, we still didn't know where the general election, the national election was going, but the Republican election for their candidate was going in only one direction. Right? Now, if she has come forward and said, no, it was neck and neck, I was voting for blah, 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 blah. Yeah. We'd have been like, I am a registered Republican. I grew up Republican. I do not support every aspect of the party. I was trying to make sure that my party continued forward, holding certain values, but still maintaining that America is for everyone. Spin it whatever way you fucking like.
Yeah.
There was no need for anyone to register as Republican in 2024 because their vote was not going to affect the outcome of the current stupidity that was occurring.
Yeah. Just made no difference whatsoever.
So, and unfortunately, that it now holds it. If you don't, again, if you want to be a Republican, and I do know Republicans, I know Republicans that didn't vote. There was no one else to vote for. I don't know what at the end of the day, but I keep those people on a short list.
Yeah,
large stick. I don't know. It's easy for me. I'm British. I have the family I have over here, which is my mother-in-law. I know she's Democrat, and there's a lot. We did the questionable at the wedding we went to, but it's very you've got to navigate. But as someone that is, she's a good actress, but she's not amazing.
Right.
So she needs to maintain her image, and she needs to step up real fucking quickly.
And she hasn't.
Do you think she can survive this, or do you think this is going to be a bit of a shit one?
I don't know. because there, I think, is the underlying scandal of the actual like advertisement campaign in general, and then it's been compounded with something else. I think that it's a matter of she's going to have to go away for like 6 months, let it die down, and then come back.
But do you think, based on what she's sort of been doing recently, that people are going to sit there and you know, I know that she's not going to get fired from any movies, even though she's got a movie coming out where she plays a lesbian in it, and people are a bit like, okay, this is not good. But
I mean, I think that it might. I don't think she's going to get fired from anything. I think that stuff that's going to the box office is not going to perform as well.
Yeah, I knew films are going to be curious.
Yeah.
I do. Because like I see now who's got a couple of films coming out is Margaret Qualley, who was in Substance, who is Andy McDowell's daughter. Because they're all, and she's and I don't want to. I hate it when they say now nepo baby. I'm sorry, she's fucking talented. She's got a new film coming out, done by one of the Coen brothers. It looks excellent. She looks electric in it. Like she's spitting out like their cadence. Chef's kiss to that. Looking forward to it. There's a lot of actresses coming up now who are unique. They're talented. Mikey Madsen, who just did Run for Nora. It's like the competition in that field at the moment is fierce. This is not a dull period.
Oh no, and it's just also not the period to have a misstep like this.
Yeah,
a double misstep.
You know, and we are now also looking towards rom-coms with actresses that are above the age of 30. Sorry, that sounds horrible. Jennifer Lopez is doing one written by Brett Goldstein.
Yeah.
Which would be interesting because he fancied the pants off her. She was on his walls, you know. It's like your competition, you are going to... I know she's going to take on some good... She sounds like she's taking on some juicier roles. But, you know, it is going to, I think, make casting her harder.
Yeah, because, I mean, the thing is, any press junket that she's going to do for the next 6 months, this is what they're going to bring up in the interviews. Because it's going to be there.
And she doesn't say anything. That's going to be the first question they're going to ask.
It's like, why didn't you say anything? So, do you still feel the same way? I mean, that's literally... We've seen it before.
And it's so tough out there, you know, politically. You know, it's a very divided time, and unfortunately, you know, it's not as if if she could, this could be managed. She can maintain being a Republican, and she can manage it, and she could spin a yarn about still being actively engaged in the Republican Party in a log cabin-y sort of way, which again, that screams white privilege anyway, but that's another fucking story.
Right.
But she needs to get on this, because I just don't think people are going to want to watch someone that has been given a thumbs up by a Cheeto.
Yeah. I'm not going to watch it.
No, and it's a pity, because I think she has a really good career, but it's going to make us think, okay, well, you know, I like to see movies that have got a bit of a bite to them. You know, and I just saw Make a Gun, but I wouldn't have gone, you know, Pammy's as liberal as anything, you know, and Liam Neeson's the lovely Liam Neeson. You know, he's not at a perfect pass, but you have to go and want to spend time with it. You are spending time with people. So do you think at the moment culture really is... Is culture... Do you think, Daniel, it's generally that divided at the moment? And it's okay to say yes, it's not a nasty thing.
Yeah, no, I think culture is divided at this moment. I think it's very much a politicized left and right situation. And it might turn out that maybe she has a large right base that we didn't know about.
Yeah. We shall see.
Yeah, we shall see.
But I do think you're right. I think there's a division.
Yeah. Get
on top of it, Sydney. Work out what's happening.
Yeah.
And with that, Daniel, should we move on to the end of the episode?
We should.
Do you have a gagged and gooped?
No, dear, that's your place.
So we have Strictly Come Dancing England. That's our version of Dancing with Stars. It is the original. We sold the rights everywhere else. The BBC makes a lot of money. At the moment, they've got a external law firm involved to investigate the use of cocaine on set on last year's one. My gagged and gooped is it really taken this long to work out that cocaine is used in a dancing
How
competition.
wonderful. Do you think you cha-cha-cha sober? No.
No. On that, Daniel, what's your word of the week?
The word of the week is Japanese. It's kintsugi. It's the art of fixing the broken with gold. So it's typically where you see the gold leaf that's, on broken ceramics
I
and stuff.
bought Hubs a kit for that for his birthday, actually.
Aw.
Yeah, you just buy the glue and you can I think this one is, you meant to use gold, but this one uses glue and you paint over the crack. But it's to make it more, the idea is making it more beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you have a Gags and Goops? Not Gags and Goops.
Petticoat Lane.
Petticoat Lane.
Petticoat Lane. I do have a Petticoat Lane. Not doing anything is not the answer. You have to do something. You cannot sit on something for 7 days and think that by ignoring it, it will go away.
It won't.
It won't.
Sitting on something too long gives you hemorrhoids.
Right? How about you?
No, just, please open some restrooms. But everyone, just, enjoy the rest of summer. Don't wish it away. I know spooky season's lovely. I know fall is lovely. Enjoy. It's okay to enjoy summer until Labor Day.
Savor your summer.
Savor it. On that note, Daniel, do you think we covered everything?
My dear, we barely even set the agenda.
Cheers.
Cheers.
This has been a Bearded Bitch production recorded in a Diane Keating podcast studio in Haberdashery.
You've been listening to The Bitches with Beards. I've been Daniel.
And I'm Max. A big thanks to you all for tuning in and giving us a listen. Don't forget to rate, subscribe and review the following on Twitter, X and TikTok, where you can find us at Bitches with Beards.
Please remember that only a mother could love our views and opinions, and they reflect us and no one else.
We'll hear you next week unless we're cancelled. Cheers.